What is up there everyone, it's the guy from the Gamer Tech here, and today I wanted to talk about Advanced Warfare and how the little things make a difference. Because subtle things in a game can actually sometimes make a big difference. Now actually Sledgehammer games for me have actually started on quite a high note. One of the things I will mainly give them credit for is they were bold. I mean, they could have played it safe and just gone with a normal Call of Duty game, but no, they just went absolutely hell for leather and just went for an idea that no one was probably expecting them to go for. And I think they deserves credit for that, because that is a bold move in your first game to completely change the game you are making. Unfortunately, it has suffered some issues in the multiplayer, but I think generally the game is quite good. I actually really did enjoy the story of the game, but there are also some small things that I do like. Now the first thing that I thought was really good was actually on just the packaging, because you opened up your copy and you got this little note, which was basically just a thank you note from the developers. Now I'm not going to say that they wrote it specifically for me and just big myself up like that, but I know that they wrote it for everyone. But it's something that just makes a difference. It's a nice thing. It's like, oh, that's a nice touch. It's quite good that they actually took the time, and it's not even hard to do. So many more developers could do this and just say thank you for sticking with this game and we really appreciate your support, because it actually comes across that they do mean it. And you also get that with their Twitter activity. I mean, I've seen Glenn Schofield, he actually replies to just anyone who tweets at a time when he's able to reply to it, which I think is really good. They actually are interacting and they aren't just hiding away like Infinity Ward, or completely ignoring or denying the fact that there is a problem with their game like Treyarch did. And I think that's good, because they are just accepting it for what it is. Yeah, they have problems with their game, but they aren't going to hide away from it. They are just going to deal with it. And stuff like that note just really helps retain your confidence in the developers that they do actually care and they aren't completely in it for the money. And I think that's really good, because it's quite nice to have a developer who you can see cares. I also liked in the story some little references and some kind of fun little jokes, because like on the Detroit mission you get a guy who just goes, it hasn't changed much, and it's like that. I found that quite funny. I thought that was quite a witty little joke, and it's just a lot of references in the game which I do find quite funny, and just some general badassery. I mean, I did really enjoy the story. If you haven't played the campaign, I would highly recommend it. The graphics in it are actually unbelievable. I loved it. The cutscenes, I mean, my dad walked out when I was playing the game and he was absolutely astounded at how realistic some of the cutscene graphics are. But in general, I did really enjoy the story. It was quite a good story and had a different kind of story arc. And this is kind of, again, how they kind of pushed the boat out. They didn't follow the typical Call of Duty story arc. Yeah, there are some elements which are still the same, but I like the way that the story progressed was different. And then the ending, finally, not a final stand ending. I mean, for the last few games, it's like, woo, we got to the end. Oh, final stand. When are they going to get rid of that from the game? Yeah, in some ways you could say it's still similar, but it's not the same as all the other final stand endings. And I was happy with that. A lot of people criticise the ending. Admittedly, it feels a bit anticlimactic, but in general, I found it was still a decent ending. It gave the game some closure, but it left it open for if the developers wanted to make a sequel to the game, which I wouldn't be opposed to. I think the exoskeleton is actually a really cool idea, and it's not directly copying any other game. Unfortunately, it's a little bit similar to the sort of suit thing they have in, I think, the new film. I think it's called Interstellar, and it did look pretty much the same, but whether they either copied the other, I don't know. But in general, I'm happy with the game. I'm not playing it as much because there's inconsistency online, and I don't want to hate it. I'm not going to grind the game just because I want to progress and I want to make videos. I just don't play it because I don't want to hate it, because I do actually like the game. I don't want to hate it, so I won't play it. That's why I don't go back to the old Call of Duties. I do not want to hate the game, so I avoid playing them. But anyway guys, I do hope you've enjoyed it. I want to see what you think. If there are any things that you thought, yeah, that was actually quite a nice touch, some really cool ideas in the game. This has been the guy from the Gamer Tag, and I will see you on another video.